That night, we just wanted a moment together. But suddenly, a shadow appeared and turned everything into a nightmare. I can still hear that man's breathing right next to me.
Get out of the car, now!
Hello everyone, welcome to Mystery Tales.
Welcome to Mystery Tales. Tonight, we take you deep into the forests of Ukraine, to a place called Visalia, a village that no longer exists, but its story still haunts the land. The story of a faceless killer with an axe. The year was 1935. Winter was brutal. The village of Visalia was small, quiet, isolated. Only a few dozen people lived there. They farmed, prayed, and trusted each other. Until one night, everything changed. An old man named Ivan was found dead in his home, his skull split open with an axe. No one heard a thing. No door was broken, only the window was open, and in the snow, barefoot footprints leading to the woods. Then, they vanished. The police came. They found no clues, no fingerprints, no suspects. The village hoped it was over. But it had just begun. 2 weeks later, 3 more were dead. A pregnant woman, her stomach torn open. The village priest found with a cross shoved down his throat, and an 8-year-old girl, eyes wide open, a strange smile frozen on her face. At every scene, a paper note was found, written in broken handwriting. It said, "I bring justice. The sound of axe is voice of God." Fear took over Visalia. People stopped sleeping. They locked their doors. They nailed crosses to their walls. But nothing helped. One night, a 13-year-old boy named Yuri survived. He said he came through the window. He didn't speak. His eyes were empty, just breathing, and the sound of chopping. After that, silence. The murder stopped. No one was ever caught. Some said the killer died. Others believed he moved on. Then, in 1992, a group of university students came to investigate the legend. Only one survived. He said, "That night, we heard chopping. We opened the door. No one was there. Just a note, nailed to the frame. It read, 'I am back.' They say the village is gone, but the forest remains. Locals warn, if you walk there at night, you might hear an axe. And if you turn your back, he will strike. Because the Axeman of Visalia is still out there, waiting." Welcome to Mystery Tales. My friends, tonight I will tell you the story of the evil Soviet sleep experiment project. Soviet sleep experiment. In the late 1940s, just after the end of World War II, a group of Soviet scientists began a secret and terrifying experiment. Their goal: to test the effects of prolonged sleep deprivation on the human mind. They selected 5 political prisoners and offered them a deal. Stay awake for 30 days inside a sealed chamber, and they would earn their freedom. The prisoners agreed. The chamber was equipped with microphones, cameras, and a constant flow of experimental gas designed to keep the subjects awake. Everything was recorded, every sound, every movement. For the first 5 days, everything seemed fine. The subjects spoke calmly. They joked, shared stories, and showed no signs of distress. But by day 6, things began to change. Their voices grew darker. Paranoia set in. They began whispering to themselves and each other. Then, silence. For 3 full days, the observers heard nothing but the hum of the gas. They feared the subjects were dead, but the oxygen levels told another story. They were still alive. Then, on day 9, one subject suddenly began to scream. He screamed for hours until his vocal cords tore. Then another began screaming, and then silence again. On the 10th day, the scientists decided to open the chamber. What they saw was beyond anything they could have imagined. One subject had died. The other 4 were still alive, but they were no longer human. Their skin had been torn open. Muscles, organs, and bones were exposed, as if they had clawed themselves apart. Parts of their bodies were missing, and later it was revealed that they had eaten their own flesh, and the flesh of the dead subject. Despite their horrific injuries, they begged to stay awake. They screamed, "Turn the gas back on! We don't want to sleep." One subject, being prepped for surgery, smiled as the scalpel touched his skin. Without anesthesia, he said, "I can't feel pain. Keep cutting." When asked who they were, one of them whispered, "We are what you hide from. We are what lives inside you when you sleep." The scientists, horrified, debated what to do. In the end, they chose to end the experiment and the lives of the surviving subjects. But just before the last subject was shot, he smiled and asked, "So, you finally decided to sleep?" He lunged at the researcher, and only then was he gunned down. Was it real? Most say no. There are no official records, but the legend of the Soviet sleep experiment lives on, because deep down, we all fear what might awaken if we never sleep.